let's look at an even more advanced question on this. The question is, if the difference between the total common interest and the total simple interest accrued on a certain sum at a certain rate of interest for 2 years is 150 rupees and for 3 years is 465 rupees, find the rate of interest. So basically we have two situations to compare and contrast. Both of them have the same principle, both of them have the same rate of interest, but one is SI and the other is CI compounded annually. And as we know, the interest for the first year is going to be same in both cases, but the total interest CI for 2 years is going to be 150 more than the total SI for 2 years, and the total CI for 3 years is going to be 465 more than the total SI for 3 years. That is the information being given, and they're asking us to find the rate of interest. So let's see how that is done. Now we are going to assume two variables P and R, and we'll take it from there, write equations and solve. But before that, something that I already said, the difference between CI and SI is going to be the same as the difference between the amount under CI and the amount under SI, and we'll be working with this because we have a direct expression for the amount under CI, but we don't have a direct expression for CI itself. So we'll be taking these two numbers 150 and 465 and we directly equating it to the difference between the amount under CI and the amount under SI. So let's see what happens. If we have principal P and rate R, first year amounts will be P into 1 plus R for SI and P into 1 plus R for CI. Clearly there is no difference. As far as second year is concerned, SI will be P into 1 plus 2R, the formula P into 1 plus RT. As far as CI is concerned, it's going to be P into 1 plus R the whole squared. When you expand this, you will get P into 1 plus 2R plus R square. What is the difference between these two? 1 plus 2R is common, so the difference is just PR square. That is the extra term here, which is on the right it is there, on the left it isn't. PR square, and that is given as 150. So that's one equation. Let's look at the third year. SI, the amount is P into 1 plus 3R. In CI, the amount is P into 1 plus R the whole cube, which expands to P into 1 plus 3R plus 3R square plus R cube. You will see that 1 plus 3R is common on both sides, so the difference is going to be P into 3R square plus R cube, which is basically 3PR square plus PR cube. This is given as 465. This comes from the difference between the CI and SI, total CI and SI for 3 years. These are your two equations. Notice that from the first you will get PR square is equal to 150, which you can substitute here. 150, if you substitute there, you will get 3 into 150 plus PR cube is equal to 465. 3 into 150 is 450. So you take it to the other side, subtract, you get PR cube is equal to 15. Notice you have PR square is equal to 150, PR cube is equal to 15. Dividing, you will get R is equal to 0.1, which is 10% per annum. And from here, if you want to find the principal, it's not asked in the question, but if you want to find it, just go to the first equation, this one right here. PR square is 0.1. Sorry, PR square is equal to 150, so it's basically P into 0.1 the whole squared is equal to 150, which gives you P is equal to 15,000 rupees. Basically the rate is 10% per annum and the principal is 15,000 rupees. Now if you can actually find a formula for this from the approach that we have just outlined. Notice that the extra term is P into R square and P into 3R square plus R cube. So the second number is basically a little more than thrice the first number, and that excess divided by the first number is your rate of interest, as you have just seen. So if you get the same pattern of question, and it's very unlikely that you will, but if you do, all you're gonna do is take the 465, divide the 150, and you're gonna get 3.1. Ignore the 3 and take the 0.1, and that is basically 10% per annum. Just a nice little trick. Now that you know the approach, you can just directly take the two numbers, divide the bigger by the smaller, subtract the integer part, take the rest, and you have your rate.